Athletic motion golfers, how you doing out there? Little chipping and pitching talk for you. You know, I'm a guy that gets to practice and play quite a bit, and man, it's a hard game. Sometimes it's difficult to go it alone. I had run into a little problem chipping and pitching. It just wasn't clean. I kept kind of bottoming out the heel area of my wedge. You can actually see it's getting worn out. Not necessarily chunking it, but just kind of digging a little, kind of almost bouncing into it off the heel. It's really tough to control the trajectory, the bounce, the spin when you're doing that. You know, everything from my perspective as the player felt normal. I felt like my weight was a little forward. I felt like my ball position was a little forward. I felt like my hands were neutral. Just couldn't sort it out, man. And I definitely didn't feel that, you know, that little bit of a toss with the trail hand I like to feel. I think you should probably aim to feel also. Luckily, I know a guy, Mike Granato, one of the professionals over here at Athletic Motion Golf, and I said, hey, man, I don't know what's going on. And he took a quick look at it and said, Robert, you just look a little more 50-50 than normal, and your ball position looks a little further back than normal. Just clean that up, and I think you'll be fine. You know, and I had gone down the checklist of everything, and I would have never gone there because I felt like I was already doing it. Let me run through this video over here on the left, and you'll kind of see, man. It just there's a little grimace in the swing. It just not too comfortable looking. Obviously, you'll notice that I definitely look 50-50-ish. Maybe a little forward, but not much. Kind of tilting back with the upper body. Just looks a little contorted. And then that I'm trying to rip it around to the left just to slide the bounce under it. I'm doing everything I can to try to get that club under there. Just kind of watch this one go through. You know, another indicator for me when I'm chipping well is that I feel taller, kind of like I'm getting taller through the strike. And I just wasn't feeling that at all. So, took Mike's advice, fixed it over here on the right side. Let me run that through, and you'll see a much different looking exit on the left versus the right. And starting to feel that toss again, starting to feel taller again. And, man, it's just a whole lot better, a lot freer of emotion. Fix the pressure, 70-30. Fix the ball position just a little forward, and now I'm just kind of tossing. And it'll be something that helps you. So sometimes the first person perspective is a little distorted. You know, it's hard to see what's going on sometimes from your perspective. And Mike sent me somewhere I wouldn't have gone, and it worked. It's a tough enough game. You know, just it'll really help to have somebody knowledgeable checking out your stuff as well. I'll show you in a minute what this looks like on the balance plate, the pressure, and it's a big deal. Here we are again to show you the kind of the differences between staying 50-50-ish during the chip or a pitch and actually staying on your lead side and kind of having the energy going towards the target. Please forgive me for being in my little garage studio here, getting a little work done at home today. If you look over here on the left side, this was, now kind of pay attention to this area down here. You can see I'm starting pretty close to 50-50, and just everything looks a little contorted. I was actually having a little trouble finding it again after I fixed it, which is a good thing. But here's 50-50, and I basically stay 50-50 for the majority of the swing. You can kind of see the upper body kind of toppling backwards. A lot of ripping the handle left to try to slide the bounce under, and just an unusual looking finish. I'll kind of play it through at almost full speed for you. Whew. All right, let's go over here to the one on the right. Slow it down a bit. Much cleaner move there. Let me just kind of walk you through some of this. So I did a really good job of getting the ball further forward. I don't know if you look over here on the swing on the left versus the swing on the right. Granted, I was standing on a little different place on the mat, but you can clearly see on this one that the ball is somewhere on the trail side of my body, and then on the improved motion, somewhere on the forward side. So I just kind of play this through on the right. Got the trail arm folding, the club head's moving away pretty good. And then, man, I really like this part. Kind of really releasing it. Club head passing up the hands and the body. Much cleaner strike. You can actually see the bounce is a little different. You can see that ball take off a little higher. It's spinning a little better. And then what a much cleaner, taller finish. I'm happy with that improvement. Hopefully some of that will help your game.